Welcome to ComfortTV.channel news, bringing you verified and balanced news from Nigeria and around the world. I am Faith Kevin. Thank you for joining us. First, the headlines. PDP NEC gets zoning report today amid convention crisis. Protest rocks NBA conference over alleged imprisonment of Barrister Bright in Ghana. ADC to Tinubu declares state of emergency in Katsina, Zamfara over insecurity. NDLEA nabs drug kingpin, 5 others over arrest of 3 Nigerians in Saudi Arabia. JAMB mandates UTME candidates to re-upload 2025 WAEC SSC results. 1,000 insurgent groups operating in Africa. On business news, reps query NERC over utilization of 59 billion naira metering funds. On the foreign scene, UK hands out fewer visas after new rules slash work and study permits. And on sports, NFF to pay up the remainder contract. This is coming from Eric Cheller. Now the news in details. The People's Democratic Party will on Monday receive the report of its zoning committee at the 102nd National Executive Committee meeting amid deepening tensions over the party's planned national convention. The zoning committee, chaired by Bayelsa State Governor Duoye Diri, with Zamfara Governor Dauda Lawal as vice chairman and Plateau Governor Caleb Mutfwang as secretary, was constituted in July to share the 19 National Working Committee offices between the North and South. Multiple party sources confirmed to our correspondents that the committee had recommended the retention of the existing zoning formula, under which the North and South would continue to hold their current positions. The NEC is expected to ratify the report at its 2 p.m. session. The zoning committee upheld the current zoning formula, and the South has already micro-zoned its offices to the geopolitical zones, while the North will finalize its own arrangements after the NEC. The second day of the ongoing Nigerian Bar Association NBA conference in Enugu was marked by protests calling for the release of Honorable Bright Ngene, a member of the Enugu State House of Assembly and NBA member. Ngene, who represents Enugu South Urban Constituency under the Labour Party, is currently serving a 7-year jail term following his conviction by a magistrate court over a community dispute. His supporters, however, alleged that the case was politically motivated. Protesters accused the state judiciary of frustrating attempts to appeal his conviction, noting that at least 2 judges has recused themselves while the case remained unassigned at the State High Court. Addressing journalists, protest leader Mr. Benedict Kachukwu described Ngene's incarceration since July 2024 as unjust. He alleged that due process was not followed in his trial and appealed to the NBA and senior lawyers attending the conference to intervene. Security operatives prevented the demonstrators from entering the main hall of the International Conference Center venue of the NBA conference, but they staged a peaceful protest around the premises before dispersing. African Democratic Congress ADC has called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to declare a state of emergency in Katsina and Zamfara states following a wave of violent attacks that have reportedly claimed more than 140 lives in the past 2 months. The party described the killings as proof of Nigeria's collapsed security architecture and criticized the federal government's handling of the crisis. The party, in a statement signed by the National Publicity Secretary, Malam Bolaji Abdullahi, expressed outrage over the recent massacre in Malumfashi, Katsina State, where 30 worshippers were shot dead in a mosque and 20 villagers burnt in their homes. It linked the incident to a broader pattern of violence in the region, including the killing of 47 people in Zamfara, 38 of whom were executed even after ransom payments were made. The evil act epitomizes the horrors that Nigerians have been forced to endure under the administration, according to the ADC. A 55-year-old drug kingpin, Mohammed Ali Abubakar, alias Bello Karama, and 5 members of a syndicate operating at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, Makia, Kano, have been taken into custody by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, for the arrest of 3 innocent Nigerians in Saudi Arabia. The agency's Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, in a press statement said this followed the discovery that they were behind the shipment of illicit substances for which the 3 innocent Nigerians who went on lesser Hajj pilgrimage to the Holy Land were being detained in Jeddah for alleged drug trafficking. Addressing journalists along with the Director of Assets and Financial Investigation, Dr. Abdul Ibrahim, and Director of Prosecution and Legal Services, Teresa Asukwo, at the NDLEA National Headquarters in Abuja, Babafemi explained how the syndicate implicated the 3 unsuspecting pilgrims in drug trafficking allegations in Saudi. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has urged all candidates who uploaded their O-level results before the announcement of the final 2025 West African Senior School Certificate Exam results to return to certified centers and re-upload their scores. In its weekly news broadcast, the board stated that all previously uploaded results have been removed from its system to avoid errors and guarantees that only the official WAEC final results are utilized for admission processing. JAM stated that some candidates who sat for the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination UTME with awaiting results had prematurely uploaded incomplete WAEC records before the final release. To address the issue, JAM has mandated a fresh upload for every candidate, irrespective of whether the new results differ from those uploaded earlier. All UTME candidates are advised to urgently re-upload their 2025 SSCE results on the JAM portal to remain eligible for admission consideration. Nigeria's former Minister of External Affairs and former permanent representative to the United Nations UN, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, said there were over 1,000 insurgent groups operating within the African continent. He stated this in a goodwill message at the Africa's Chief of Defense Staff Summit 2025 with the theme Combating Contemporary Threats to Regional Peace and Security in Africa, the role of strategic defense collaboration holding in Abuja. Our correspondent reports that out of 54 African countries, 36 were represented at the summit. While Niger Republic representative honored the invitation, Mali and Burkina Faso were conspicuously absent. Their absence may not be unconnected with the political tension between the countries and the regional bloc, ECOWAS. ComfortTV.channel news returns shortly with business, foreign, and sports news. Thanks for staying tuned. The House of Representatives has queried the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission (NERC) over the 59 billion naira Central Bank of Nigeria CBN loan to electricity distribution companies for the execution of the National Mass Metering Program (NMMP). Uchenna Okonkwo, chairman of the Joint Committee of the House investigating the disbursement and utilization of the loan, made this known in a statement on Sunday. The committee also faulted Meristem Wealth Management Limited and NESI SSL for approving a firm to receive 0.5% of annual collections from electricity distribution companies until 2030. Okonkwo said NMMP, approved by the federal government in 2020 to close the metering gap in Nigeria, has faltered in achieving its objective. The committee vowed to invoke relevant constitutional provisions against anyone found obstructing investigations. On the foreign scene, the number of visas issued to foreign nationals entering the UK for work, study, family, or humanitarian purposes has fallen sharply. New data from the Home Office shows a total of 834,977 visas were granted in the year to June 2025 across the categories, down 32% from 1.23 million in the previous 12 months. And on sports news, the head coach of the Super Eagles, Eric Chella, has said the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, must be ready to pay up the remainder of his contract if they decide to fire him. Chella was reacting to rumors that he could be sacked following a poor outing with the home-based team at the 2024 CHAN. Nigeria lost their opening 2 fixtures to Senegal and Sudan, which effectively knocked them out of the competition. And that's our news bulletin for today. But before we go, here is a recap of our top stories. PDP, NEC gets zoning report amidst convention crisis. Protest rocks NBA conference over alleged imprisonment of Barrister Bright Ngene. ADC to Tinubu declares state of emergency in Katsina and Zamfara states. On business news, reps squaring neck over utilization of 59 billion naira metering funds. In the foreign scene, UK hands out fewer visas after new rules slash work and study permits. And on sports, NFF to pay up the remainder contract. Eric Chow. Thanks for watching. For breaking news, exclusive interviews, and more, follow us online at ComfortTV.channel on all platforms. Remember to like and share our videos, subscribe to our channel, and click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any updates. I am Faith Gavin. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed.